Hey guys, we are here in Flushing, and over the years, I've seen more and more hot pot restaurants popping up all over this town, and they are just getting fancier and more fun and more interesting one after another. So I figured there's really only one thing to do. Let's go get at all of them. And we're gonna start right here, Liuyishou Hotpot. All right, so this place setup is beautiful. Love a little traditional hot tea pot. Now, of course, I mentioned this before. Drinking hot tea is crucial when eating hot pot. So, because you're eating a lot of fat, a lot of grease, you don't want that to congeal and get cold in your stomach. A little hot tea does wonders. Now, let's go over their menu. And the best items for this hot pot are mainly located on the front page here. But before we get to that, you gotta select a soup base. I'm gonna try a couple of their different soup bases. I gotta admit, I want their red cow here. It's just like everything I want. So I have to get that, and if you want that, you have to get the all spicy hot pot. Like you can't do the half and half. For the main dishes, I'm getting a meat combo. This is the prettiest meat halo you will ever see. It's just angelic looking. With that, I'm gonna do some shrimp paste. I'm gonna do some potatoes for sure, a little bit of veggies, because you don't wanna die after eating a full meal, hot pot of just meat. Bits of tofu. Okay, I'm gonna order a lot, and we're gonna see what comes to the table. Right now, gotta go mix my sauce. Funnest part of a hot pot experience, besides the eating. So this is the sauce bar. Not only is it filled with your traditional sauces and spices, it's also got a bunch of snacks. Some of these I absolutely love. Try not to get distracted, there's so many options here. I usually always mix two different sauces, a very traditional recipe and a very Mike Chen recipe. So I'm gonna show you how to make both. Again, this is something that's in every single hot pot video, but let me show you how to do this. First, the Mike Chen recipe. Little saute, hot oil, sesame sauce, garlic, sesame oil, bits of Chinese vinegar, a lot of soy sauce. And the traditional recipe, very simple. 3 parts sesame sauce, 1 part leek sauce. That's it. That's all you need. And of course, you can add some cilantro, add some green onions, or whatever you want. Now is the fun part. Oh, look at the little snack bar. This is my favorite. Fried salty peanuts. Spicy tripe. Take some edamame, some wood ear. Now we're prepared. Let's go back. All right, so I got my little snack, tripe as a, that's awesome. And just waiting for my spicy nummy pot with the cow. Take a look at this cow. Here, model yourself, little cow. Some scallions, some ginger, chilies, and basically the cow itself, it's on a little platform of spices, and you can see it's congealed here with fat, little seasoning. So this is the broth itself. All right, this cow's gonna get a little steamy shower right now. Broth is going in. Oh, I feel so bad for the cow. Oh, it's getting higher, the water's getting higher. I wish I could tell it to run, but I wanna eat it too much. Let's see how long it takes for the cow to disappear. This is like watching a delicious tragedy unfolding in front of me. Well, that was just tragic. I mean, it's just face down, just laying there. The meat halo is here. I feel like I could hear the angels singing. This is the most delicious coronation you might ever witness. They have little jars of sesame oil here. This is really high quality sesame oil. So I actually made a mistake. When you come here, don't get the sesame oil at the bar. Use the special little jar of sesame oil, which you open like a can of soda. A lot of people actually prefer just adding a lot of sesame oil and not much else. I'm from Xi'an, we add a lot of sesame sauce. I just wanna say, today, as I'm surrounded by all those I love, the pork, the beef, the meatballs, even the duck blood, this is what happiness is for me. Just want to say that. Now, let's eat. So many things to try. first I want to do is the marbled beef. Like a little rolled map, right? I could just stare at it and just, the patterns are borderline hypnotic. And these things, you do not want to cook it a long time. Just 7-8 seconds, we are good to go. And I just want to try just this, no dipping sauce. This is so tender. You could sleep on it at night. You could replace your mattress. Then next morning you wake up, eat your way out of bed. Wow, that's so tender. I mean, it's not 8.5, but you could taste the marbling on this beef. This is your typical fatty beef, but this, look at this. Perfect balance of fat and meat. Look at that. Seriously, I love fatty beef when it's fatty, you know? This is gonna be even quicker than the last one. That's it, like about 5 seconds. Wow. Wow. And it's so flavorful. I didn't even add my sauces yet. Now we're gonna get all the sauces involved. So this is the store manager Lucy's favorite sauce. I see a lot of garlic, a lot of chilies. This is also called Don't Kiss Your Girlfriend After a Meal sauce. Now let's dig in. You gotta get the lamb involved. Look how thin each piece of meat is. It's so thin, if you just hold it above the broth, it'll cook. There you go, like 3 seconds, it's good to go. Meat here, absolute quality. Oh, I'm forgetting one thing. When you're going into battle, that's why I call eating hot pot. It is a battle. And protect yourself. Especially my shirt, my tofu fighting shirt. A couple of things I never tried here that they have here. This is duck blood. Typically not very, you know, vampire-esque, but they really suggested the duck blood. So we're gonna let that cook a little bit. And this is really interesting. This is bamboo fungi. This looks like something that will cook pretty quickly. This thing's amazing. Whoa. So it tastes like a crunchy mushroom, but at the same time, it also kind of acts like a gluten or a frozen tofu, and it soaks up all that sauce. By the way, this broth is so flavorful. Spicy, but not too much. Nummy, again, not too much. Everything's in balance. I think it's because of the cow, but I haven't even dipped my sauce yet. I just kind of even forgot about my sauce because this broth is so flavorful on its own. This is also another specialty they have. Black tofu. It's tofu made with, so I think there's some black sesame in there. And we're just gonna let this cook a little bit as well. And this is a noodle, look at this. And it's like, looks like little strips of bamboo, but this is actually noodles. So that's basically the noodle portion, and this is gonna cook for a while. This is made with potato starch. It's still pretty hard right now. The duck blood is ready. Oh, look at this, oh my gosh. Oh, and it cuts like it tastes like a very bouncy tofu. Oh. Not gonna lie, flavor's pretty good. This is the black tofu. Oh, this is so interesting. It's just like a mix between regular tofu and frozen tofu. And you can definitely taste the sesame fragrance in here as well. This is very nice. Getting my sauce involved a little bit. This is actually very, very nice. Shrimp paste, what you do here, put it into a spoon, make a little meatball out of it. There you go, fresh shrimp meatball. I always told you guys, when you're eating hot pot, you gotta eat potatoes. And these are what they call kung fu potatoes because they're carved so thin. Because potatoes in hot pot, normally it will take a while to cook. These, I'm thinking, is gonna cook substantially faster. And that's a great thing because potatoes in hot pot, one of the greatest ingredients ever. And while we're waiting for that to cook, I'm gonna just throw some meatballs in here. We got a pork ball, got a beef ball, shrimp ball, fish ball. That's how you become a baller in hot pot. Like, just, that's what you do. That's how it tastes. Oh. That's the fastest my potato has ever been done. Wow, I never had like the soup-based flavor seep into that potatoes as much as this one because of how thin these things are. Oh my God, this is awesome. This is really awesome. Hot pot French fries. I get an idea. Little potato, little fatty beef. That's what I love about hot pot. You can experiment, you can do combos, you can do whatever you want because literally there can be infinite combinations. I might have just discovered a new amazing combo because normally the potatoes are really thick. I can't wrap the potatoes on anything, but these potatoes are completely wrappable. These are like potato crepes. little potato pancakes, little potato fajitas, and wrapping that around the meat. Because you know, meat and potatoes, they're like this. Gotta try that if you ever come here. You don't know what I mean. All right, I think all my meatballs are done. Normally when you go to Hot Pot, the meatballs are frozen. Fresh meatballs on a different level. And this one has a little roll on it. Look at it. Fresh meatball so good. Wow, this pork one. So many spices in here. I see some coriander, some cumin. Oh, this is the amazing meatball. Give it a little dunk. Oh, I absolutely love this hot pot. Broth's amazing. I love how the food is displayed. Quality is fantastic. And usually I like to go to all-you-can-eat hot pot places because I want to get as much worth as I can for my money. But if you had to admit, if you want to get the best quality, you got to go to one of these a la carte places. And this is the tender beef. Ooh, tender beef. Oh. When they call that tender beef, they weren't kidding. They weren't kidding at all. That is really, really tender. I still prefer like the thinner slices of beef because it's hot pot. My noodle is ready. I mean, I've had potato starch noodles before, but not ever in a hot pot. Oh, so chewy. All the broth is soaked in here as well. That could be down here for like 20 hours. It's still gonna be chewy. It's not gonna lose its nice mouthfeel. So don't worry. If you get those things, put them in right away. Just let it boil. It's gonna be okay. And check this out. So this is a banana pancake. I'm thinking that's condensed milk. Absolutely love this. Crispy, flaky, big banana flavor. I recommend this. Awesome, awesome. All right, gonna feast a little more, and then I'm gonna try a couple different broths. Oh, and this is one of my favorite things, fried tofu skin. 3 seconds, that's it. It's actually called 3-second tofu skin, and it soaks up all that great broth. There's certain food items I call closer items in hot pot because they just soak up the broth, like noodles and stuff like this. I don't recommend eating this like in the beginning of the meal because it's gonna take away a lot of the spices and the oils that's in the hot pot. But at the end, when you're ready to drink some of that great broth, these items are fantastic. It's like that tofu skin just made out with me. Oh. But guys, this place is definitely one of my favorite hot pot places in New York. Come here, try it out. Let me know what you think. Second hot pot place we're visiting in Flushing, Xiang. This is one of the most popular hot pot places in this town ever since it first opened. Because not only the food is supposed to be amazing, but look at this place. It's like you're walking into the past right now. So let's go. Today, get my own pavilion. Let's eat. So, this place, really different than a lot of the hot pot places I've been to before. First of all, they got a teddy bear. Got 2 yuanyang, which are the split pots. So there's 4 soup bases I got today. So we got the little bear. Then we got 2 different types of spiced broth. One is made with cow fat, and the other is made with oil, so it's gonna be a little lighter, but they said it's their signature broth. And then we got this chicken, it's 훠궈집인데, which is one of the best quality chickens out there. And they made a chicken broth into a soup base. And this one you're supposed to drink and then maybe dip some stuff in there, but it says here that you're not supposed to dip any meat items into the chicken broth to maintain the quality of the chicken broth. So can't wait for that. Food items, we ordered a ton of stuff. I'm gonna show you what they look like when you get here. I am so excited. I forgot to order drinks. But let's go visit the sauce bar. All right, so everything is ordered. I got my sauces. Oh, broth is here. Oh, that's too cute. It's like furry. I wanna pet it. It's wearing a sweater. Oh, this is crazy. Check this out. Oh my gosh. He just handed me a paddle of beef. Oh my gosh. I wanna hold it like a sword. Like, yeah. Like, I'm gonna cut you down with my beef-filled paddle. Fear me. The first thing is, before I even add the broth into this little bear and just kill the adorableness, I gotta try a couple things that are freshly fried. This is freshly fried milk, which I don't think I've had since I left Taiwan. I'll tell you, it's one of the best ways to eat milk, besides putting on cereal. Oh, well, I broke it. Look at this. Pearly white inside. This is always delicious. It's so crispy outside and the texture is like silk on the inside. Okay, now I think it's time that the teddy, who I was told is actually named Nicholas, is gonna make the ultimate sacrifice. Goodbye, Teddy. I'm sorry, Teddy. I gotta. Let's do this quick. Let's make this as painless as possible. There you go. All right, let's get started. The bear has made this ultimate sacrifice. It is nowhere to be seen. So we got the spice broth, the tomato broth. Let me just get a taste of each. I just want a little sip. Ooh, very deep the flavor it goes. Sound like Hot Pot Yoda. Very deep it goes, the flavor. Now the tomato broth, and they make this with fresh tomatoes. No ketchup in here or anything. Mmm. Wow. This might be the best tomato broth I've ever had at any hot pot place. There's nothing really artificial about this. It's just really nice tomato flavor. Mmm. Oh, that's really good. Best tomato broth I've had, seriously, anywhere. Now let's do the beef test. So this is the regular fatty beef from this beef paddle. Oh, this will cook in like a few seconds. There we go. Meat is great quality. Really tender stuff. I can't wait to dip this in the tomato broth. Tomato broth is a must-get when you come here. I mean, rarely do I ever love non-spicy broths over spicy broths, but wonderful. So wonderful. And the regular fatty beef is great quality. Love it. Good portion of fat to lean meat. This next one, this is the tender sliced beef. And I'm going into the tomato broth with this baby. You barely need teeth to eat this. It's so incredibly tender. It's not a lot of fat on here, so not a lot of melt in your mouth action, but just all gentleness, you know? And this is really cool. This is the marbled diced beef, like little chunks, and you can see the marbling in these cubes. Well, a lot of marbling in here. I'll probably cook for just a second. So I cooked this for about a minute. Oh, that's nice. It's just like a really nice cut of steak filled with all the great hot pot broth. The meat, so far, spectacular. Awesome quality. But this is the game changer right here. Kobe beef. Hail to beef royalty. Look at this. It's so tender, it's falling apart, just hanging onto my chopstick. And we're gonna do a little tomato broth. I don't want any spices on here. There we go. You can see through the little patterns of marbling. Oh. No matter how many times I've had A5 wagyu, every single time it's like falling in love all over again. Love at first taste, every single time. These are two brand new broths. So this is the spicy broth with more of a subtler oil. It's not a beef oil. I think it's just like vegetable oil that's in here. It is lighter. This thing tastes like it's been on Jenny Craig for the last decade. This is what I'm really anticipating. The chicken broth. Wow. I can smell how gelatinous this broth is already without even tasting it. If you let this broth sit, just like room temperature for like 5 minutes, it's gonna congeal. This is definitely great for your skin, ladies. Yeah, come and eat some of this. Whoa. It's like I just slurped silk in my mouth. Very gelatinous broth. If you're not used to that, you might not like it, but pretty darn good flavor. I can't imagine putting my beef into it, even though they told you not to. I can't imagine doing that because I think that, even for me, that's gonna be a little too fatty. But they said switching the fish in there. This is presentation right here. So this might freak a lot of people out because you got the fish here right here, the eyes kind of staring at you, blossoms growing out of his mouth. Look at that. This is almost like eating sashimi. And then we're gonna just swish it around in the chicken broth for about maybe like 20 seconds or so. Okay, I think this is done. Look at that. Oh, it kind of adds a little fattiness to the fish. It maintains the fish flavor. Be careful of the bones in the fish though. This I definitely need to dip it in some sauce. This is my personal recipe for dipping sauce everywhere I go. Fish, a little bit. I know that's kind of ruined the natural flavor of the fish a bit, but I'm from the north and I like my fish saucy. Good. Again, watch out for the bones. And he's taking the chicken away from me. He's gonna cut it up in the kitchen and bring it back. Oh, that chicken is tender. Oh, good. Oh yeah. Kind of just wanna gnaw on that thing, right? Okay, we're ready to eat. And the chicken, they cut it up. Let's grab a chunk right here. And this is the dipping sauce they have here. Oh, delicious. Super tender. I think I like the chicken better than the broth. What makes this dish really expensive is it's actually the fish maw, which is the fish belly. So not a lot of this you can get from a single fish. I'm gonna dip it in their store signature dipping sauce. If you want even more gelatinous flavor in your mouth, think about it that. Man, wow, it's good though. Wow, sticky and yummy. This is also something I've never seen before. This is the inner parts of a bamboo. And apparently this place is the only place that has it. I've never seen this anywhere. Let me just spice it up a bit. And while we're waiting for that, I'm just gonna add one of my favorite. This is tripe. I've never seen it put together like this before. Look how pretty. This is 100% one of my favorite things in hot pot. I cook it for exactly 13 seconds. You might think that's not lucky, but it has always worked for me. One of my favorite hot pot items. Always a pleasure. Goose intestines. I never really had this before. It looks like a noodle. And I think my bamboo is ready. Oh. If pandas knew how good this was right now, they'd be pretty jealous. Like seriously, pandas. Put your bamboo in a hot pot. Guarantee ya, you're gonna like it a lot more. It's so refreshing and crispy. Oh, this is so good. This thing is great. Love it. And they give you skewers of gizzards. And let that cook. Oh man, my teki mushrooms. Put that in there. Oh, I love how this slice of meat is dressed. Look at that. That's the best outfit ever. Woohoo! Gizzard is ready. And you dip it in some dry spices. Kind of like a barbecue skewer, except for it's cooked in hot pot. I love that so much. That's ingenious. Providing some dry spices for that. Oh, that's so good. I've never had gizzards before. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I absolutely adore it. My goose intestines. Crunchy, meaty. Nothing funky about that. This is not bad. It almost tastes like a dry tofu. So this is their specialty rice noodle. And it's really cool, really elasticy, kind of like a little rubber band. That's gonna cook for a while. This is also a type of noodle that they make here. Should we make it spicy or chickeny? Maybe a little bit of both. Let's start with here. Oh, they have like thin noodles too. I just want to try all their noodles because they make all of it here. Oh, wow. Noodles are all done. I have different types. Oh, this noodle expanded big time. Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be this big. I'm trying to put it in. Be careful, your noodle will grow a lot. I just want to dip it in the spicy broth as well. Coat it a little bit. Best of both worlds. I'll tell you what, these noodles, especially soaked with the chicken broth, is so good. It is so good. Oh man, these are great. It's just such a great al dente texture. And the thin noodles, that's good, but love this. Love it. Just gonna dip it in some sauce too. Get some garlic all up in there. Some fragrant sesame oil all up in there. Oh, that's amazing. This is so good. And this stuff is ready. This is their signature rice noodle, I think. A couple little dips. It's like eating a gummy noodle. Now, you can definitely boil this for an hour and still won't lose its texture. This is so cool. So these are what looks like noodles. Well, they are, but they're fish noodles. They're completely made out of fish. You ever seen anything like that before? This is what we Chinese people do. We create stuff like this. Yeah, we want meat and we want noodles at the same time. Problem solved. This is great here. You must get this when you're here. It's so good. Springy, fresh fish flavor. We're getting some kidney. Watch this. And they mix an egg into it. This place, seriously, a lot of very innovative food items and 45 seconds on the kidney. So, kidney, fish it out, dip it again in the dry spice seasoning. All right, if you're not into organs, you're not gonna be into that. Oh, but for me, I love kidney. Oh, it's so good, especially with the dry spice. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm out of noodles. I gotta pour more noodles in. These noodles with the chicken broth, best. The best. So good. Throw some of these in as well. Oh, it feels so good and at the same time so greased up. Man, this was a really amazing hot pot experience. This place, what I like most is just as soon as you walk in, I just feel like a different experience. You feel like you're not in a restaurant anymore. Like you feel like you're in some kind of just time machine. It's just a combination of classic interior and like traditional foods. This is what I love. You know, I love history, I love tradition. And the flavors, love the tomato broth. That is the best, say this again, it's probably the third time saying this, best tomato broth ever had, any hot pot place I ever went to. The chicken thing is expensive. The chicken is good. The broth, I don't really recommend drinking that on its own too much because it will get super, super heavy. Cook the noodles in there, levels up the noodles all the way up here. I think if I was gonna come again, and I would, this is a really great place, I would get the tomato broth and maybe the little teddy bear. I think I'm good with that. In terms of food items, love, of course, the bamboo fungi, love the Kobe, just the regular fatty beef as well, quality. Mushroom was great, the noodles in the broth, fantastic. Like I said, this is one of, if not the most popular hot pot in Flushing. I can definitely see why. It is pricier than a lot of the other hot pots I've been to, but again, all the ingredients, everything I had, quality stuff. All right, I think it's time for me to go grab some dessert and I'm gonna go karaoke later, so until we eat again, see you later.